First thing we're gonna do, let's take a look at Cait Sith. So, Cait Sith, weapon. First and foremost, OB0. This is a boost attack and boost lightning potency. This will be a boost 62 attack. I can tell you that right now. Boost 62 attack, it looks like it's gonna be boost 39 lightning potency as well. And it also looks like it's gonna be physical attack focused. So let's read into it here. Physical non-elemental damage to a single enemy. Also magic, okay. I don't understand why they do this. It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day, but like what this does is, and it's a 3 gauge move, which is great, by the way. 3 gauge is great. But like what this does is now you are lowering the enemy's magic defense. There is no way for you to lower the physical defense in this kit, and it does physical damage. So like this is contradicting itself from the get-go. Does it matter that much? No. Does it do that much damage? No. Is it really that big of a deal? No. But it irritates me from a design standpoint. Like I'm gonna look at this at OB6, see that it has more attack than magic attack, see that it's doing physical damage, and see that it lowers magic defense, and I just go, why? Like why? I don't understand it. I truly don't. This is a great weapon, by the way, going back to the actual conversation, but I just wanted to about that for a moment. So at OB0, this is a 260 physical damage. You're not really worried about that. It's a -2 magic defense, which is great. It's a -2 thunder resist, which is excellent. And this is at OB0. This is a really great support weapon, and it's doing magic defense down and doing thunder resist down is an excellent combination if and only if you pulled for Tifa's lightning banner or this new Vincent banner that we're going to go into, and I imagine will be stronger than Tifa's. But this is an excellent supporting weapon. I will also say that this is also an excellent sub weapon for Lightning Cloud. If you went with Lightning Cloud, this is a great sub weapon for him, giving him 31 boost attack. It also gives him another 19 lightning potency, which is really strong. 614 attack stats, not bad. And it's the best supporting physical attack weapon that's lightning that is not limited in the game right now. So this is actually like, it's one of those weapons that's like, it seems like it's really good, but it's also really good as a sub weapon for Lightning Cloud specifically. And in this case, this actually wouldn't be used to support Lightning Cloud anyway, so this is actually an excellent sub weapon. So food for thought on that end. OB6, magic defense stays at mid, duration goes to 20 seconds. Thunder resist goes to high, so this is really good. So this is very similar to Red 13's Seaside Collar, but instead of just lowering thunder resistance, it also lowers magic defense and it's 3 gauges. So this is literally Red 13's Seaside Collar on steroids. Great weapon, right? Great weapon. And definitely worth wishlisting in the future, just for 1 copy. Is it worth going in on this banner for? Not really, right? There's a lot of weapons in this game that lower thunder resistance, including not only Red 13, who has the ability to lower thunder resist, but Yuffie does as well with her, I think it's called Wind Slash. So there are options in the game already that lower thunder resist. If you have one already, you don't need this. It's very good. Don't hear what I'm not saying. Very, very good. One of the better support weapons in the game, to be honest. Like lowering magic defense and lowering thunder resist is great. All right, let's see the outfit. Eerie Mask. Magic defense plus 15%, HP plus 5% is great. Buff debuff extension plus is very good as well. This is an excellent outfit for Red 13, or I'm sorry, for Cait Sith. Well, it would be for Red 13 as well, but for Cait Sith has a bunch of buff and debuff weapons that are very, very strong. One of them being a water debuffing weapon that supports water Tifa. This is now a lightning weapon, or a lightning support weapon that helps buff your lightning Tifa or your lightning Vincent. Both of those things matter a lot, right? So this is actually an outfit that if you were building Cait Sith, so like if Cait Sith was like, say people just started playing and you pulled on Tifa's banner and got his HP shout, this is an excellent outfit to give to your Cait Sith that will just be generically good forever, right? Like until this number on like Eerie Mask, until these numbers start to rise and they start to scale past it, this buff debuff extension is separate from the stuff you get from your weapons. So this is just giving you a flat 60% buff, which is massive, right? So what that does is it takes this weapon that at OB0, right, the 1 copy, gives you 16 seconds, gives you a 60% boost to this 16-second debuff. So now instead of it being a 16-second debuff, if you have that outfit, now it's a 26-second debuff, and that's a huge difference, right? It's a huge difference because now you have time to use another move and then get the 3 ATB back by the time those 26 seconds are up to recast this again. Right? This is one of those weapons that is excellent to have just one copy of. And if you wanted to have a lightning debuffing weapon and you don't currently have one, I wouldn't blame you for trying to go after this. After Anniversary, I feel like this is not something worth investing on. Again, caveat being, you did not get HP Shout for Cait Sith. If you did get HP Shout for Cait Sith, it is so good, this outfit, because it pairs also with his ultimate weapon's ability to give your entire team's haste. So now that's a 60% increase on haste. While also, by the way, the ultimate weapon, it's got buff debuff extension and it's plus 20. So it's a level 3 boost. So it's, I think, 80%. So now you're getting 140% additional increase, right? That's massive, massive. And would make Cait Sith one of your best supports in the entire game. So I'm not trying to exaggerate. It is very, very good though. It's probably not worth pulling on after Anniversary. Like I said, aesthetically, I think it looks awesome. I love the little eye patch on the Moogle and the biker jacket. I think that's super cool. I love Cait Sith's outfit itself and the way that the witch broom looks with it. I think this is a really cool outfit. And that's it, man. Cait Sith even got a little eye patch. I just saw that. Look at that. It's got a little eye patch right there. He's even got his little crown. It's a very cute outfit. Yeah, this is a solid. Like, if money was no object, this is cute enough that it's like, it's worth it. This is cool. I like this. This is nice. This is cool, right? Like, I'm all for it. Vincent, my goodness gracious, this outfit is hot. The crow shoulder and cape with the little crow beak. Want to reiterate though, since Vincent has been released, I think he's had a banner out every month except for September. Bear in mind that you're probably going to see another Vincent banner in the next 2 months. So if you're not able to pull on this one, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You're probably going to get another one. Just something to keep in mind. Let's double check his magic. Oh, this is going to be a lot. Yeah, okay. Okay, so Shadow Swoop, 520% magic lightning damage. This is very high. When buff is granted to self, 20% more damage. So as long as he's buffed, he's going to get another 20% damage. So this is essentially going to be very similar to Tifa's Shell Knuckles, right? Yep, 940 with a 20% boost. Okay, so it's essentially Shell Knuckles, but it's buff instead of debuff. It's even got the same R abilities. No, it's just HB. Yeah. But yeah, you can see Shell Knuckles is literally the same thing. 940% magic fire damage, 20% boost if your HP is 70% or higher, 31 and 39. That's exactly the same. Even their stats are close. So very, very similar. Which means this is a really good weapon for the record. Much like every other damage weapon in the game, right? Depending on what other damage weapons you have, one copy of this is probably not going to be enough. 780% is a good number. 20% buff on that is a good number. But if you have Lightning Cloud, OB10, right? He only does 750%, right? But like that's still gonna clear most of, if not all of the lightning related content in this game. And that may change over time, but as it stands today, it's not, right? Going to the R abilities, to the sigils, yeah, all the support abilities are the same. Magic ability boosts, triangle sigil, that's fine. This gets up over 1100%, which is really, really good. Limit break gauge 5% is very, very good. 664 magic attack, very, very good. Magic attack's a little low, but Vincent has a couple of options that give plus 62, so it doesn't really matter what his magic attack is, to be brutally honest. He's got so many high magic attack options that he can just throw on his offhand, and that will supplement it completely. Like as an example, his non-elemental single target weapon goes up to 62 magic attack. If you put that in his offhand, he'll immediately be at 62 points of magic attack, which is over the boost 7 range. So the boost 31 isn't that big of a deal. Then you just layer lightning potency weapons in his backhand. Much like I mentioned when we pulled on the Tifa banner for the lightning monster hunter banner, the sub weapons in the game right now all support magic lightning damage more than it supports physical lightning damage. So there are just more options in the game that support a magic lightning damage dealer versus a physical one. So right now, the Tifa lightning build unless it's specifically physical weak, which is just Leviathan at this point. The reality is that magic damage for lightning is just in a better spot right now in the game. Until they release a lightning weapon that is, or a lightning potency weapon that is physical leaning, it's just how it's going to be. Magic damage weapons are a little bit stronger with lightning damage. It is what it is. So weapon itself, very, very strong. Thankfully, it's in the pool. This is not a limit break banner, so this is just in his rotation now. So after this banner is done, this will be you'll be able to wishlist this item. So that's something to keep in mind. Incredibly strong. So strong, in fact, that you don't even really need a lightning outfit for this to actually do significant damage, right? Significant damage. So for me, it's a really good weapon. Gonna be cool in the pool. The gun itself, I think, actually looks really dope. So food for thought. Eerie Mask, I assume, is gonna be the same thing. HP and 5%, magic defense 15%, great. And then this is the normal 35% to lightning ability damage. So if you did not pull for Lightning Tifa and you do not have Lightning Cloud, this is the only other Lightning Arcanum in the entire game. But I think, actually, let me rephrase that, because I think Zach got one in the Monster Hunter banner as well. So you may have gotten Zach's as well. But noting again that Zach's is a physical lightning damage, and it is very, very difficult unless you pulled on Zach's banner, which most people didn't, just being honest. Most day one players did not pull on Zach's banner. And most day one players did not pull on Zach's banner once they realized that Tifa did more damage. This outfit, the weapon itself, the combination of the two are absolutely fantastic. They are super, super strong. As an example, I can show you my my current Tifa build with my Lightning Tifa, because Lightning Tifa here is basically the same thing. The only difference is Tifa actually has an offhand weapon that has boost lightning potency and survivability, while also being an AoE lightning damage, so that it leans in together a bit tighter and a bit nicer than Vincent's does, because Vincent doesn't have an offhand weapon that supports his lightning build. He'll have to do just boost magic attack, which isn't a bad thing, like that's fine, but it is worth mentioning that like Vincent doesn't have a perfect lightning setup as of today. Right? That doesn't mean it'll be forever. That doesn't mean that'll always stay that way. But as it stands today, he does not have a perfect sub weapon that he can put in his offhand that will automatically make him hit like 100 lightning potency or close, right? Again, just food for thought. Most of it's going to be the same sub weapons that I'm running here, which are Alloy Sword, which gives plus 52. This is going to give you another 26 points of lightning potency. Shockbuster, which I have at OB 7. But at max, it gives another 39 points. That's another 19 points, which gives you, or gets you up to, 45 points of lightning potency. And then that attack on whatever your lightning potency is, which again, this one is also very similar to the one that Vincent has. Same thing, 940% base, right? Same exact thing. The only difference here is, so you get your 39, you add that to your 45, you're sitting at 84 points, right? I think I did that math right. Which 84 points puts you immediately into level 9. So again, very, very strong, very, very strong, right? Just again, keep in mind that, you know, if you've got Lightning Tifa, she already does this, right? She already does this. So food for thought, just keep that in mind as you progress through your rhythm. If you've got Lightning Tifa and you've built her out in any capacity, you very, very much do not need to pull on this banner. If you were pulling on this banner, it would depend on who you're trying to prioritize here, whether you're trying to prioritize Vincent's build or Cait Sith. For Vincent specifically, I would look at strictly just lightning potency weapons to get him the maximum amount of lightning damage as possible. There are a few options that I would immediately look at first. The crystal gloves, if you have these are great. 614 magic attack, gives you 39 lightning potency and a nice survivability option. I believe Glenn's Shockbuster, yep, this is another one that's got some more magic attack. This is a tiny bit lower in the magic attack stat, but notably it does not do magic attack, it does attack, which is pretty important because magic attack will, as I mentioned before, will be very easy for Vincent to clear on his own. He's not gonna need a bunch of sub-weapon help, typically. So knowing that he won't need a lot of sub-weapon help, good that you can probably look for other types of attack. Lucia's Thunderbird? Yep, Lucia's Thunderbird is a magic attack option. So say you don't have a magic attack option to give to Vincent as an option to like increases magic attack up to that threshold. The Thunderbird is a great option that gives lightning potency as well, which is great. The CC Alloy Sword that I showed you before goes up to 614 magic attack, as well as 52 boost lightning potency and a little bit more magic attack to finish off that magic attack if you need. Pretty simple here. If you're looking for specifically Vincent, you would do Crystal Gloves. You would scroll down, go to Shockbuster. You would either do I would probably just do Thunderbird, I suppose. You could also look then for magic ability potency instead. So if you wanted to do, say, Barrett's Electro Cannon as an option, because Barrett's Electro Cannon gives you magic ability potency and magic attack, and that would help top him off as well, you could go this route instead. And this would give you a 26 magic ability potency, which is 45% more damage, which is great. So that's an option in slot 3. Other than that, you're probably looking for other specific to Vincent weapons, such as his non-elemental weapon, which I mentioned before. That goes up to boost magic attack 62 with some boost magic ability potency as well. That's one option. You can also look at the sawed-off shotgun, which is this one, which gives him a +2 magic attack buff to himself and a +2 magic defense buff to himself with a small heal as well. And the reason why this is a very good sub-weapon, which is, I imagine, pretty obvious, but his lightning weapon does more damage when you are buffed, right? So when you are buffed, you do more damage. This gives Vincent the ability to buff himself, right? While also giving him some survivability, giving him a little bit of healing, giving him boost attack, importantly, right? Because a lot of the lightning weapons that I showed you have boost magic attack, so you could go boost attack instead. This also gives 26 points of boost magic or ability potency in the offhand, which is great, which again gets you up to that 25-point breakpoint, which is great. The stats are a little bit lower, but the impact that this ability has is massive. So you can put this in the last slot. That's probably what I would do for Vincent's wish list. That's for Vincent. For Cait Sith, Cait Sith's gets a little bit more interesting. He has a weapon that has both attack and lightning potency. He doesn't have another weapon in his kit that cares about lightning potency at all. None of these weapons care about lightning potency. So it's in a bit of an awkward spot in the sense that, like, there's not a ton that you want to run with this in the offhand. So the one thing that I would consider running if you're deciding to run Vincent or run Cait Sith with Vincent, I would look for Flower Vase, just because this also does a massive boost magic attack buff, which is really good. Gives a decent magic ability potency, but more importantly, and very crucial, gives a magic attack buff, which means Vincent does not have to do so, right? This is an easy offhand weapon for Cait Sith. As far as sub-weapons are concerned, you have a lot of flexibility here with your support, whether it's healing, whether you want to do defensive, whether you want to just lean into buff debuff extension, which is where I'm going to go. It's kind of an open book here. You can kind of go wherever you want. It really just depends on how you want to handle it. The new Citric one was 52. That's an easy yes for me. This was also 52 Shark Slayer. I'd actually put both of these on here for different reasons. The Citric one specifically is just a very good weapon in general. It does a really good job of increasing not only magic attack, which is great, but also does a really good job of like maxing out your ice damage, which is also incredibly strong. On top of that, as a sub weapon, it has 583 magic attack, which is a little low, but not bad. But also gives an additional 26 points as a sub slot weapon to boost buff debuff extension. And remember, if you're pulling for Cait Sith specifically, you're already getting 20 points his ultimate weapon, right? So now you got the 20 points from the ultimate weapon. Now you've got 26 from this one, right? You're getting 20 from the other one. Now the last slot, you can get whatever buff debuff extension weapon you want. You only need 10 more points to max it out, right? So at that point, if you want to max it out, you can, or you can just take the OB10 version of this, get the 26, get the plus 20, go to 180% and say, I don't need the extra 20%. I don't need to get it that high. I'm good. And just do good, better, different sub-slot weapons, do something else. As far as options for that, it's kind of fluid. I think I'd probably just look for new weapons and try to upgrade and finish off old weapons. So you can look for things like if you wanted to get, say, Yuffie's Moogle Float maxed out, right? Because you pulled on Yuffie's banner, that's a good idea. You could also look at other Cait Sith weapons to kind of round out his support kit. So say you want to be able to support your Water Tifa, you can pull for Green Megaphone, which is something that I would put on here specifically. You can also look at specifically other debuffing weapons. I believe he has, is it a fire one? Yeah, here's the fire one. That does a single target fire resist decrease. And notably, and I think this is pretty important, at just OB0, this one can actually go up too high, which is cool. And if you hit a crit, you also lower their magic attack by 2 tiers, but it's a 20% chance to crit on this weapon. So it actually has an increased crit chance. So food for thought. This also has a max potency of high. The duration is 40 seconds. And if you add the 180% on top of that, all of a sudden now we're talking like, oh crap, that magic attack debuff lasts like the entire fight. And the odds of it ever dropping when you have a 20% chance to crit is incredibly low. So this is an option as well as the last item. If you wanted to go the gold megaphone route, that's an option. Gives him another debuffing option. This debuffing option is more in line with the fire cloud build. Doesn't matter that much, not really, right? It's fine, it's good, like it's really strong. But there are other fire debuffing weapons in the game, including Red 13 has a great one. But I'm specifically looking at building out Cait Sith specifically. And so far, unless you pulled on Cait Sith's Easter banner, there has not been a reason to pull for Cait Sith, because Cait Sith has not had a banner since Easter. And this one, unfortunately, unless you got HP shot while you were pulling on the limit break banner for Tifa, you really don't have a reason to pull here either, right? Would be the Flower Vase, the Citric Wand, Shark Slayer, I believe this was Green Megaphone, and then Gold Megaphone, just as options. These are 2 really flexible slots. I think this third slot here is also pretty flexible, but if you have these 2 weapons along with his now Thunder weapon and along with his HP shout, all of a sudden I think he's in a very, very good spot to be an excellent magic lightning support and really help your Vincent reach new heights. So, or have your Tifa reach new heights. The truth is that if I had this Cait Sith built out, my Tifa would be in excellent shape, like excellent shape. That's pretty much the banner. This is a full skip from me. I have no interest in pulling in this banner at all. I'm just gonna move on. It's again very, very good. If you don't have Tifa's lightning outfit, it's an easy pull, right? If you have the resources for it, it's an easy pull. If you don't have the resources for it, which I imagine 95% of us don't, then it's just an easy skip. Outside of that, great job by the design team with the outfits. Both of these outfits are fire. Like, they're absolutely great, especially Cait's. Like, this Cait Sith outfit is great. And that's no shade to the Vincent outfit. I think the Vincent outfit is fire. But like, and especially like, they're so good about the design stuff with the design on the cape too. Like the little intricate details they add. It's so good. Like on both sides too. They're so good about that with like the little details, right?